The Oxford definition of beautiful is something that is pleasing the senses or mind aesthetically. You might think this diamond is beautiful, or these models, and even these McDonald's chicken nuggets. Ever since I was a kid, I've always found nature beautiful. Something about seeing the earth in its raw, pure state fascinated me. So, when I was planning a solo trip to Vietnam, I knew I had to take advantage of the stunning nature and scenery there. While doing some research, one place kept popping up: the Ha Giang Loop. The Ha Giang Loop is a scenic multi-day motorcycle route that starts from the city of Ha Giang and goes all the way up to the border of China and Vietnam. I was immediately sold, and even one of my friends had recommended it to me. After a very suspicious message exchange, I booked a non-refundable ticket for a 3-day trip, and little did I know that booking this experience would lead to one of the most breathtaking experiences of my life. But before we get there, we have to go back to Hanoi, where all this began.
After 2 lovely days in Hanoi, it's time to go to the Ha Giang Loop. I don't know what's in store, but I'm very excited.
I went to an address the travel agency texted and prayed that I wouldn't get kidnapped. It was a spot where all the travelers gathered, and I saw the sleeper bus that I was going to take. I mean, the sleeper bus was glorious, with tons of legroom, and I was actually just pretty much geeking.
It's a 6-hour drive to Ha Giang, and then I should arrive there around 4 a.m. And then I think we get a couple hours just to shower and stuff, and then we head out on the actual tour after that in the morning.
As I just said, the bus ride itself was 6 hours in the dead of the night, so you can probably guess I did not get the best sleep to Ha Giang. I'm so tired, oh my god, I'm so tired. I woke up and probably saw one of the prettiest views of a hostel that I would ever see. Then I immediately got dressed in some bulky pants to protect myself during the tour. Then we were finally off. I did an easy driver for myself because there's no shot I was going to motorcycle by myself around this loop. I was positively sure that I would have died had I tried to drive by myself. The first hour was so nice, it felt surreal. It felt amazing getting a ride, and I was already seeing the stunning views that I was promised over the pictures. And this was it. I was happy.
Insane.
The Ha Giang Loop was as it was advertised. Eventually, we stopped at this massive waterfall. I mean, I was awkwardly treading through the waterfall, but I can't emphasize how big this waterfall was. It was actually insane. There were a couple more pit stops along the way through the loop, and it honestly felt like I was in a movie. And the scenery looked like one of those default desktop background windows gives you whenever you try to put in your password. I don't know, I thought that was pretty accurate. Lunch was a lovely spread of food, then it was time to go on the road again. During this first day, I was just loving just sitting on my ass and looking at all these mountains in the background. It's a bit mad when you think about it, especially because I'm from New Jersey, aka the best state in the world. But New Jersey does not have mountains or nature like I was witnessing in Ha Giang. Another thing to note was during this entire ride, we were passing through legit communities of the locals who lived in the mountains. I was honestly stunned. It seemed like they all lived simple lives. The houses weren't exactly homes you find in Beverly Hills, and it was crazy to think about how our lives are so different. I mean, I'm lucky and fortunate to have better living circumstances than a lot of the people I saw during this trip. And that's exactly what I love about traveling. It sometimes forces you to be a little uncomfortable to broaden your perspective. Anyway, before I go too deep, after what felt like days of driving, our group finally made it to our place for the night. And I was so gassed to finally lie down.
The crib for the night.
After some Uno, we had a big feast and something called happy water. And now, let me tell you, this liquid was anything but happy to my liver. It literally looks like water, but before drinking, we had to cheers.
Are you ready?
Yeah!
Oh my god!
Yeah, this was actually disgusting. We officially ended night 1 with some questionable karaoke. And then I finally hit the hay.
I'm dead inside. I'm dead inside.
On the second day, we got up early and of course hit the road. The views were obviously stunning, but I was honestly getting quite used to it. We stopped at a random house with a cute kid swinging. Turns out we were getting on a raft next to an open cave. I didn't record this, but these crazy Australians started to jump into the water, but I was way too scared to cliff jump. And oh yeah, we saw some oxes, I think? I honestly don't know what animal I saw. But honestly, at this point, my butt started to be so dead. You know that feeling when you sit on a chair for the entire day? Yeah, at this point it felt like that, but 10 times worse. Anyway, the winding roads were very beautiful and we stopped by a pit stop. And I got this sus-ass moment on camera.
Do something really cool.
Need to take off my pants.
I got some even more panoramic shots until I came across the most stunning view I've ever seen. I mean, come on, that is insane. My iPhone definitely did not do these shots justice at all, but please enjoy this view through the screen, you loser. It was a few more hours of riding before getting to our first actual proper city. At night, we randomly came across something that I didn't expect at all. It was a fire and they all started dancing. Of course, your boy joined in on the action and it was so nice. It truly felt like a moment in time where I felt fully present in the moment. Here I was, thousands of miles away from home, and I was surrounded by people who had way different upbringings than I did. It was a good reminder that we're all humans. We all shit, make mistakes, love, and dance. And this was probably the top moment for me during this trip. Dancing around with these people made me forget about my life's problem for a second. And that concludes my trip. You're probably wondering, wait, you still had a day left? Well, I probably had the worst stomach ache of my life. I probably ate something really bad. Like I legit thought I was going to pass out, especially riding on that dang motorbike for literally the entire day. But that was my experience going to the most beautiful place ever. 10 out of 10, and I can't wait to go on more adventures in the future. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe if you're not subscribed, and I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you. Bye.